Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining. This is the Oracle Machine Learning Office Hours. Today, we're going to show the OML feature highlight. So Bhupendra Singh is going to present time series analysis with Oracle Machine Learning. And he's an implementation specialist on data warehouse, lake analytics, and data science and AI. So supporting the call is going to be myself, Marcos Arancibia, also Mark Hornig and Sherry. So if you guys have any questions at any time, please make sure to write them in the Q&A, okay? So thank you very much again. Bhupendra, can you please get the next slide? All right, so real quick, I just wanted to talk about some upcoming sessions, some changes that has just happened. Also time series analysis, then Bhupendra is gonna go with the session, and then we're gonna go to Q&A, okay? So basically the upcoming sessions, we have November 2nd is actually the Database World Europe. So we actually switched then that session. So I pushed that session to November 16. So the next session after next week's is going to be November 9th, where we're going to see the team on the retail science platform going to be talking about fraud detection using the Oracle Retail XBRI loss prevention solution, where they analyze and flag outlier cashier behavior and customer behavior as well, right? To be able to get further investigation, right, by the retailers. So without further ado, thank you very much, Bhupendra, for joining us today and for doing this great session. And the floor is yours.
Great. Thanks a lot for the invitation, Marcus, Mark, and Sherry. It's my pleasure to throw some light on time series forecasting in Oracle Machine Learning. I am implementation specialist from Lyft Services, EMEA region, mainly taking care of implementing machine learning projects. So today I will be discussing about time series forecasting in Oracle Machine Learning. So agenda will be like I will be discussing on time series patterns, exponential smoothing algorithm, demo on the same, and Q&A. So time series forecasting is a technique for the prediction of events through a sequence of time. Here the time plays a major role because whatever the predictions being done, that will be based on the time. And this time series forecasting occurs when you make scientific predictions based on historical timestamp data. So the this technique predicts future events by analyzing the trends of the past on assumptions that future trends will hold similar to historical trends. So this assumption is very much important, that whatever the trend or the time series patterns which we had analyzed, that will hold good for the predictions. It is a specialized form of regression, and it is also known as autoregressive modeling. So the term autoregression indicates that it is a regression of the variable against itself. So the current value will be in somehow related or correlated to the past value. In this way, the regression happens in the time series. Mainly in Oracle Machine Learning, the input to time series analysis is a sequence of target values and the case ID column, which is again in the order of sequence. So this value pair is very much required because the case ID, that can be a number or the date type. Most preferably it should be a date, because we can use more features in Oracle Machine Learning. There is another thing, is the time series model provides estimates of the target value for each steps of the time window that can include up to 30 steps. So this features provide that for how many intervals we want to do the prediction in the future. So it can vary from 1 to 30, but if we are using setting more than 30, then it will throw error. Oracle Machine Learning provides exponential smoothing algorithm for predicting time series model. And this is the only algorithm which is used by the Oracle Machine Learning. And this is much better than SARIMA model because Oracle time series analysis handles irregular time series, which our ARIMA or SARIMA model doesn't support. So these are the few time series patterns: trend, seasonality, cyclic, and noise. Trend is something that exists in a long-term increase or decrease in the data. It does not, like, it's not important that it should be linear. It can be damped trend also. So trend is something that exists in the data that we can see when we analyze this data. So the analysis of the data happens through the graphical representation of the data, in which we can see what type of trend we are having. Another time series pattern is the seasonality. The seasonality occurs at a particular frequency. I mean, it can be a weekly basis, monthly basis, quarterly, or yearly. So this is a specific pattern which occurs in a particular frequency. Cyclic, this is another time series pattern in which the data exhibits rise and falls, but that does not happen in a fixed frequency. So mainly this doesn't help so much. Fourth thing is the noise. This noise is the random fluctuation or a random data which is showing some random graphical representation, which is not of any use to time series. So generally, if there is a lot of noise, then that data is not good for the time series. On your right hand side, you can see a table in which on the vertical side, there is a constant level, linear trend, and damped trend. And on your horizontal side, it is non-seasonal, additive seasonal, and multiplicative seasonal. So when there is no trend, you can see that in the additive seasonal, you are having some seasonal pattern, and that is not increasing or decreasing. When there is no trend, the additive seasonal and multiplicative seasonal will be equal. There won't be any difference in that. When there is a linear trend, then you can see there is a direct, when it is non-seasonal, there is no seasonality available, then there will be only a trend line. If we are having a seasonal pattern, then either it will be a additive seasonal or multiplicative seasonal. Additive seasonal is the one where the seasonality is not increasing or decreasing. It is in one particular fashion. But in the multiplicative seasonal, we can see that seasonality is increasing as the trend is increasing. And the damped trend is the one where your trend is not linear. Either it will be increasing, but it will not be a linear trend. And if it is having additive seasonal, you can see that again, whatever I had explained, that additive seasonal, it will be the seasonality will not increase or decrease, and multiplicative, it will going to increase or decrease. So in Oracle Machine Learning, we use exponential smoothing algorithm. This exponential smoothing is a type of moving average method, and we provides a parameter which can increase or decrease the effect of the past levels on future values. So in exponential smoothing, we give more importance to the recent data, which in comparison to the old data. So whatever the weights we decide, we give more weightage to recent data as compared to historical data. Exponential smoothing is extended to below. Like it can be the matrix or mix and match of these combinations. Like error type. Error type is a residual, which is the difference between your predicted and the actual value. It can be additive or multiplicative. A trend, again, as I had explained, it can be additive or multiplicative or none. And the seasonality, which is additive, multiplicative, or none. So we can build the model based on the mix and match of these combinations. It can use the models with damped trends, so the one which are not linear, and these exponential smoothing handles irregular time series and time series with the missing values. Irregular time series are the one in which there is a gap in the time dimension, and missing values are the one in which there is the missing values in the target data itself, whatever we will going to predict. So these are the different models under exponential smoothing. Simple exponential smoothing. In simple exponential smoothing, the data fluctuates around the static mean. The mean doesn't changes along with the time. And there is no trend or the seasonal pattern. As we can see in this graph, we can see that there is no seasonality, there is no trend, but the data, if we will calculate the mean for particular time, or if we average it, it will be the same. So these type of model development or the prediction for this type of pattern in the data, we can use simple exponential smoothing. This one is for the model with trend but no seasonality. So the preferred form of additive linear trend is called Holt's method or double exponential smoothing. So later when we identified different patterns in the data for the time series, Holtz has come out with this new model, which is double exponential or the Holt's method. In this model with trend adds a smoothing parameter gamma and optionally a damping parameter phi. So in this, there is one parameter introduced, that is gamma, that smoothens out your trend. And if we are having the damped trend, then we will introduce the phi. The damping parameter smoothly dampens the influence of the past linear trend or the future estimates of level, and this phi improves the accuracy of the model. Models with seasonality but no trend. Here we can see that seasonality is there, but there is no trend in the data. So your average mean is not changing over the time, that is stationary, but there are seasonal fluctuations. The appropriate model has seasonal parameters but no trend. We can see this, and for this we have to identify the parameter at which the seasonality is occurring. So here if we, for example, we are giving the length m, the m is the number of seasons. So if we are giving it as 4, then we can say that the seasonality is occurring quarterly. Sorry, seasonality is occurring yearly, and that is aggregated quarterly. So in that we are having 4 quarters in a year. So in that way, the m equals to 4. Model with trend and seasonality. So in this, Holt-Winters introduced both trend and seasonality. We can make out from the figure that data is having the upward trend and we are having a seasonality also. But this figure is only showing your additive seasonality and additive trend, but this can be multiplicative trend as well as the multiplicative seasonality. So this model is also known as Holt-Winter or triple exponential smoothing. And there is extensions for various combinations for additive and multiplicative trend, seasonality, and error. Like if this can be with or without the dampening of the trend. So I will be giving the demo on the forecasting sales using exponential smoothing algorithm for the time series data. So this is the notebook for the Oracle machine learning, and this will this is for the use case, which is about predicting the sales data in Oracle SH schema. And this will be using the exponential algorithm within the Oracle Autonomous Database. In the data, we are having the sales amount along with the dimensions of product, customer, and the time. As we know that in time series, we need a sequence of observations that is spread across the time. So we have to take only the amount sold and the time ID, so that we can predict the value. And if this historical state, the data which is available is from 1998 to 2001, and the data is aggregated at the month level for the better prediction and graphical representation. Based on the sales prediction, we will be planning for the manufacturing of the products so that we can meet that amount of products, and the prediction can be based on that. As you can see from this graph, we had grouped the data, the amount sold based on the time ID. So we can see in this data, we are having overall an upward trend, and we are having a multiplicative seasonality. Multiplicative in a sense because the seasonality is changing with the time. It's not constant, because here if you can see from 1998-01 to here till 1999-01, it is having one particular season, and again this seasonality is changing. This is not as bigger as it was previously, and it is diminishing as along with the time. So we will be using the additive trend and the multiplicative seasonality. So the input data which will be used for creating the model will be the case ID column name and the target column name. So case ID column name will be the time ID which we had identified from the table, and along with that the target column name is the one for which we will be doing the prediction, that is the amount sold. These are the few of the links which you can go through, and in which the time series is explained, and there is some material in GitHub. We are having a web page, so you guys can go through this. So firstly, we have to create a view on this sh.sales, in which we will be having only time ID and the amount sold. There are around 918,000 records in this table, and this is some of the few of the records which you can see, which is of the 1998-01-20. Just to review the data, the date range of the sales amount, the data is starting from the 1st Jan 98, and it is we are having the maximum time for which, that is 31st December 2001. This is the data exploration output. Data ranges from 1st Jan 1998 to 31st December 2001. Data is having an overall upward trend. Data is having seasonality. We can say it is having a multiplicative seasonality. There is randomness or white noise present in the data, but that is manageable. I mean, there is not much white noise in the data. Here we will go through the settings for the exponential algorithm, exponential smoothing algorithm, which we will be passing. So first one, we have to specify the interval of the data set or the unit of the interval size. So as we can see, we are having the seasonality on the yearly basis, and this is spreaded on the 4 quarters. So we have to choose the time interval as the quarter. So this is the EXSM interval quarter, is the value we will be choosing. There are other values also which we can use as per our data exploration, for which we come to the conclusion, okay, the seasonality at which time level it is occurring. So we are having year level, monthly level, week level, and the different options. So here we are passing EXSM interval as EXSM interval quarter. Now we have to specify how many predictions we want to make. So mainly in this we had predicted for an year, and the prediction is done at the quarter level. So there will be 4 quarters which will be giving the predictions for an year. And these are the different exponential smoothing model, the one which we have discussed. We will be using this EXSM winters, and this represents Holt-Winter triple exponential smoothing. And this is about additive trend and multiplicative seasonality. We are having different combinations which we can use as per our residual or the multiplicative or additive trend or multiplicative or additive seasonality. So here we are using EXSM winters. Now we have to tell to the model like the seasonality occurs at which time range. So as we had seen from the data, that seasonality is occurring for a yearly, that is spreaded in the 4 quarters, that represents a year. Again, this should be a number between 1 to 30. And if we are providing the data, if we are providing the value more than 30, then it will throw error. Now we have to handle the missing values. Suppose if there is a missing value available in the time dimension, then this is considered as the irregular time series. We had used EXSM missing auto. This option is generally used for the irregular time series. And if we are not having irregular time series, then we can use the missing values for the minimum, maximum, average, or median. Now we are creating the Holt-Winter model using the quarterly parameters. So we have to call this DBMS data mining, this API, and this is having a function which takes the model name, and if that model exists, then it drops that model. And after that, we have to set the settings. So our algorithm name is Algo Exponential Smoothing. Our EXSM interval quarter is the EXSM interval value. The prediction step we want to predict for the 4 quarters. The model name is EXSM winters, and we are having the seasonality for the 4 quarters. That's why we had passed as the 4. The create model to this API from the DBMS data mining, this will create the model EXSM sales forecast, and the mining function which is being used is the time series. And we will be passing the whole data, that is select star from ESM SS data to the data query. So it will, the algorithm will going to do the order by based on the time ID column. These are the VSET list. These are the algorithms we are passing. And case ID column name, this is the time dimension which we are giving to the model. And this is the target column name, this is the amount sold, which we will be predicting. So when we execute or create the model, there are some views created in the autonomous database. Now we can review the forecast model settings. So this, whatever we can see, we had passed this as algorithm Algo Exponential Smoothing, and this is EXSM AQ total. This is mainly comes when we are passing our case ID as the date data type. This EXSM confidence level, this is 95% confidence, which says that our prediction will lie into the lower range and the upper range, and that is having 95% of the chances. XSM interval quarter, we had already seen. We are doing this at the quarter level. XSM winter is the model name which we had passed. This NMSE is the mean square error, and for how many window we want to do, that is the 3. By default it has taken. Optimization criteria, it has taken as the log likelihood. So log likelihood just take the probability for the odds and evens, and when it finds the good calculations or good predictions, then we can say that it has performed well. XSM prediction steps are 4. XSM seasonality is 4. This missing auto, this is mainly used for the irregular time series. ODMS enable is the one where if we want our views and tables to be created when we create the model. Missing value treatment, this is again for the missing data if we are having it in the amount sold. And this is ODMS sampling disable. Suppose if we want to sample out the data, or if we want to go out for the full data. So as it is disabled, so we are creating the model on entire data. Prep auto is the one, like all the preparation will be done automatically. So these model selection parameters are the one which we use for fine tuning the model. So these are the model selection parameters: log likelihood or Akaike information criteria, corrected version of AIC, the Bayesian information criteria, average mean square error, model mean absolute error, model mean square error. So when we see that, like these values are, if we run the model for different parameters, we choose the model for which these model selection parameters gives the lower values. So in that way, we can say that, okay, this is the one which is giving the good predictions. Alpha, beta, and sigma, these are the constants or the parameters which are being calculated by the algorithms. So this will be displayed in this, when we see this global diagnostic model quality for the forecast model, and it shows the what is the initial level, what is the initial trend. So we can see that these are the log likelihood values: AIC, AICC, alpha, AMSC. So by using this, we can choose the optimum model. So as we can see, this is the view which is being created into autonomous database. And using this, we can find out what is the forecasted value, what is the actual value, what is the our case ID, that is date ID, and what are the ranges of the values. I mean upper range and the lower range in which our forecasted value is lying. So we can see that we are having the data till 31st December 2001. So this actual sold is coming here. After that, it is predicted for the January, April, July, and October. And these are the lower bound and the upper bound the values in which the forecasted sold is lying, and this is having the 95% of the confidence interval. Now we can see the graphical representation how our model has performed. We can see that this light orange, this is the actual sold value, and our dark orange is the forecasted sold, and these are the upper bound and lower bound in the light blue and the dark blue. We can see that our model has performed quite well, because whatever the mean square error and the absolute mean square error has come, that is also quite low, and this is quite, like, it is capturing the seasonality in very good manner, and it is capturing the trend also in very good way. So in this way, we can see that how the exponential smoothing algorithm is being used by the Oracle machine learning. to predict the actual forecasted amount which is being sold. So I think this is all the everything which I had discussed about this use case, and we can go for the Q&A.
Excellent. Thank you very much, Bhupendra. That was a very, very complete presentation and demo. So we've had plenty of questions so far. I think we've answered everything. There was different types of questions regarding the some of the methodology, the methods, holiday handling, and things along those lines. Exposing it to ORDS and some of the other things. So guys, if you have any more questions, please feel free to type them in the Q&A. And if not, I think we're going to adjourn then. Thank you very much again, Bhupendra, for the great presentation. Thank you all for joining us. And then we're going to see you guys next week.
Yeah, thank you, everyone.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, Marcus, Mark, Sherry. Thanks for joining the session.
Thanks a lot.